ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Oh, the dad jokes prevail. All right. Hey, what's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing another Star Wars action figure vehicle review on the 3 3/4-inch vintage collection Boba Fett Slave 1 from The Empire Strikes Back. If you're trying to get your Star Wars figures, you can do so.
Search your feelings, you know it be true.
Dorkside Toys is a store for you. Link below.
And while you're down there, why don't you hit that like button? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And this thing looks awesome. I first saw it at New York Toy Fair back in February this year. It looked dope then. And yeah, recently, I don't know why, but I've been pushed over the edge to pick this thing up. It looks dope. Anyway, it says figures not included at the bottom right over there. On this side, you can see the back of Slave 1. And then on the back right over here of the box, it looks the same as the front. And then on this side, you can see the side of Slave 1. And then on the top right over here, you can see some more product shots, looking pretty sweet. Yeah, and then right here over at the bottom, you can see a couple more product shots and functions right over there. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. So here's the stand for the Slave 1, and I gotta say right off the bat, I was going to review the Children of Thanos set first, but I saw the Mandalorian episode season finale season 2, and I am just not able to think about anything else but Star Wars right now. I'm sorry, but not really. We do get this Mandalorian symbol engraved right here in the hard plastic, so that's cool. You just plop Slave 1 right on top over here and get it centered, and that looks really good to me, and it's fairly secure, so I am really happy with that. And before we get a closer look at the ship, I do want to look at Han Solo in carbonite right over here. This looks really good. I love how all these little panels look. All the little dots are painted very well over here. This looks really cool. All the buttons and everything. That is just dope. It's really just on the other side where it has that paint detail. See? Yeah. But yeah, on the top right there, nice sculpt. And then nice sculpt right over there as well. So looking at the ship, oh my god. I saw this at Toy Fair. I thought it looked amazing, and I wanted to walk away from it so bad, and it was just really hard to. And I was going to try to not pick this up, but holy crap. I really love that they've added some extra green paint right over here. It's really subtle, but it has like this light touch of brown over the top of this rear panel over here. And then the seams right here are painted as well. I mean, the paint detail on this whole ship is just absolutely amazing. But I did not mean to take this out right here. I'll just put it right back in on that track, and then it goes back up like that. That is very cool. So to demonstrate again, you just pick it off and it'll come right down there. And then you have this tab right over here, and you can pull this down, and then boom, we get the escape pod. And this looks really neat. I like this clear plastic, very nicely detailed at the bottom and everything. And then you could detach right over there, and you could put a Boba Fett figure inside or anything you want. You can't fit the Han Solo in carbonite though, you know what I mean? And it does look like in the Empire Strikes Back, you know, Boba Fett does load Han in carbonite like this, and you know, goes up like that and everything, so you can store that in there too if you'd like. And I just dropped it, but I'm gonna leave him aside for right now. It looks so dope. Oh man, so many details on this thing, just freaking phenomenal. He has these missile launchers right over here, and this looks really cool too. You do have to port them in there. There is some assembly required with this, but it's very, very easy. But you can see they have painted everything out over here. Even the missiles have silver paint over them. And then you just want to hit the button right over there to fire, and it will shoot out. Blammo! There you go. And then the other one. Ooh, blah, blah. All right. And then, of course, you could rotate these around so he could, you know, fire backwards or fire any direction he wants to. And looking at the paint again, this has like this nice soft wash over it. And you can see this light brown streaking all the way across the top over here. You have this kind of camo design going on, which I think is really, really neat looking. Here's looking at the top of Slave 1 right over there. That looks really cool. Oh man, I just love all the details on this thing. Then here's looking at the side right here, and you have this whole panel that you could open up right there, and you can see that there are some stickers already applied, but yeah, there are some that you have to apply yourself. So I hope I put these on here correctly, but I really like this wash coming over the gray on this side right here. I love seeing this wash right over here, the paint. You can see that you get some little pegs right over here, so you could get your 3 3/4-inch figures standing inside Slave 1. They have stickers already applied on the inside right right over there. These two are already applied. These two right here, I applied myself. Getting this one in there was super hard, and you can see I just absolutely failed. It's really, really tricky. Then you can see this little grate right over here that goes into the escape pod. So it looks like Boba Fett would kind of have to crawl up here and go through this little crate thing right over here to get into that escape pod. But yeah, I really like how the inside of this looks. I love how the outside of this looks. You can see my Power of the Force Boba Fett inside there, so I already have him inside the cockpit and everything. Oh, they have these other control panels all the way in there, which I really just noticed now. But yeah, you can see all the way in there. That looks pretty cool. So it looks like I did put these on properly, so hey, it matches and everything, so that's really neat. Love seeing the Boba Fett in there. It was a shame not having a Boba Fett. I just ordered a 3/4 inch Boba Fett for this thing, so stoked to get that in the mail once it arrives. And then you can see the front of Slave One over here looking very cool. I really like this. This is not tabbed in properly. There it goes. So now you can see everything is nicely tabbed in. And again, the paint detail. I mean, dude, there's not one part of this that doesn't have paint, it seems. It's like you can see this light brown throughout on the whole thing. It just looks so freaking badass. Getting these wings on here is fairly easy, not too hard. And again, the paint detail is just phenomenal throughout on this. That is just gorgeous. I love this. It ports in right here and down here. There's a whole feature I'm going to show off in just a minute though. And again, on this side, it just looks really, really cool. Okay, I'm going to close this up right there. And then you have this button right over here to drop his, these plasma grenades or bombs. I can't remember the exact name for these, but you can see how they're attached inside right over there. I want to look at the bottom of this thing a little bit more later on in better detail. But anyway, just to open this up right here. Now this will not hang open on its own, so I have to constantly, go like that to show off everything on the inside right here. But there's a couple more sticker applications right down there, as you can see. So that looks neat. Again, there's still like this little bit of soft paint going on the inside right here. You can see some dirt right there. Then this compartment right here, I actually initially put Han and carbonite right over here. So I could be wrong about what's supposed to go over here. But yeah, that's where I put Han. And then you can see that we have the cockpit right over here. Again, some great detail and everything on the sculpt and everything. And you can see this added wear. Oh, God. And I'm going to get this back on the stand. So the ship is now facing upright and Boba Fett is still looking downward. There's this feature over here with these flaps that will turn everything facing upward. Once you get them, at a horizontal plane, they will always kind of tilt downward just a little bit. But yeah, I always feel like Boba Fett's just kind of swung downward a little bit more so than I'd like. However, you can go ahead and untab the top once more and then pull this whole thing back and it will lock into place if you just click it in there. And then now he'll sit right there just fine, looking badass, flying around and everything, and that's really cool. There's these clamps on the inside right here, very tricky to see, but you can see that for all three of them, it'll clamp onto the figure and secure it. I don't have the jetpack on that Boba Fett at the moment. And then you can see that we get this little apparatus piece right here. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but yeah, I really like this a lot. Nope, there goes the stand. But yeah, so there's that feature. And you can see like when you move just one side, the other side will go along with it, but not perfectly, as this one's kind of a little bit higher than the other side. So you do want to use two hands moving these into place. Now let's look at the back of this thing, because this is actually one of my favorite parts of this whole thing, man. Oh, God, the details are just absolutely stellar. I love how this looks. This black wash throughout, it just came out really amazing. What a dope piece. I am so pleased with this. I like this vibrant orange color that we're seeing for the propulsion and everything. He has his little missiles or the plasma grenades. I can't remember the exact term right here, but you have two of them. You just push them in there very easily, and then there's a button on each side, and I'm going to demonstrate. You just hit the button right there, and boom, there it goes. And then on the other side too, boom, there it goes. And each of these things are detailed out very well. So these have beautiful black wash over them too, so that they blend in nicely with the bottom of Slave One. I just love this. And you can see that the inside of these little compartments are painted out as well. So there's no spots over here without paint on it. I really like that a lot. But I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in here and just demonstrate that for you guys. And then looking at the rest of this, oh man, just the intricate sculpted detail. All the paint looks magnificent. However, I hate this right over here. I wish they didn't have to do all this. It just bums me out. It just breaks everything up. You have all this other awesome stuff going on over here, just looking amazing, and then you have this weird text copyright stuff. It's so frustrating. But anyway, it looks badass regardless. You can see some of the screws right there that blend in way better than this stuff, you know? Yeah, dude, I am very, very happy with this. This is so freaking badass. Now, this vehicle is intended for 3 3/4 inch scale, but it is still very large. From top to bottom, while on the stand, you're looking at about 22 inches tall. It's at about 6.5, 7 inches across. Then for a size comparison, I guess I could have showed this off a little bit easier, but this is a 6-inch scale snow speeder from the Black Series, and I love the quality of detail on both of these. They are very consistent, and hey, both Empire Strikes Back movie vehicles. And then here is my 3 3/4 inch scale. I think this is the Legacy Collection Millennium Falcon right over here. I'm trying to get these compared. It's very, very tricky to do. They're both so freaking huge, but look at that. They scale together just fine. That is so sick. All right, yeah, Slave 1's gonna stay in the garage along with the Falcon over here. I love this Millennium Falcon. And thank you once again so much, Sean Long, for letting me buy this off you. This is so awesome. I love this thing. And then here's Slave 1 next to a couple other Star Wars vehicles in the 3 3/4 inch scale. These are both from Power of the Force. One thing I do like that Kenner did, as opposed to what Hasbro does as far as paint detail, kind of has a little bit more of a better quality, in my opinion. I don't know, there's something about it. I'm gonna try to show a side-by-side image. It's just, you don't see brush strokes on these older ones nearly as much as you see speckled spray paint, which I honestly think just works a little bit better. But yeah, you can see the X-Wing right over here sitting straight up. And then here we have the snow speeder sitting up like that. Oh man, yeah, these three look very cool. And then I forgot to show off the cockpit without Boba Fett in there, so you can see that right over here. I did miss some of the details on the sides. There's these stickers right there, and then you can see the sculpted panels and everything around the cockpit and everything. So yeah, I wanted to show that off. But anyway, here is Slave 1 next to my 3 3/4 inch Power of the Force Boba Fett. And then here's the 3 3/4 inch scale Slave 1 next to my 6-inch Black Series SDCC exclusive Boba Fett. And yeah, they don't scale together, but damn it, they still look really cool side by side. And then just for funsies, here's Mando in his Beskar armor, 6-inch scale with the Daredevil 19 custom cape. And then here's Slave 1 next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends big time badass Spider-Man. No stop motion, but I'll have some stop motion tomorrow, I think. I suspect. Still working on that documentary. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please pay it forward and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thank you to all these people over here going big time paying it forward over on the Tron. If you want the perks and the daily posts over there, well, you can check it out and you'd be helping out the channel as well. This is so awesome. I'm so happy with this thing. Really, my biggest complaint with it is I kind of like the old school style of the sprayed speckly paint from the Kenner days, but I've gotten used to it. I really like this wash, and the streaking throughout on it looks really cool to me as well. So it's just a matter of preference with the spray paint over the brushing, but I'm happy to see this level of detail in this thing. I love the functions of it. I haven't had anything get too weird on me or anything like that. I'm just very, very happy with this thing. It's a pleasure to look at. It's just really, really cool. Can't wait to get my vintage collection 3 3/4 inch Boba Fett figure in the mail. Not the price point of around $150. I'm gonna give this 3 3/4 inch vintage collection Slave 1 a Sun rating of and I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you want to find a photo gallery of images from this review and the latest in Star Wars news, you can find it over at JediInsider.com. And if you want to follow me on social media, you should check me out over on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. And I will catch you guys later. I'll post a thing on Stardust about the latest episode of Mandalorian. Yeah, totally. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
And then on the bottom, you can... Ooh.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face is hit my shot. Your face is hit my shot. Your face.